what is the purpose of this? So purpose of this guideline and do's and don'ts is to ensure the safety of the biomedical engineers and to minimize the infection to the biomedical, the exposure. But at the same time, how we are going to prevent this scenario this time is real test of all of us as a, like what we have seen the frontline warrior and the corona warriors. At the same time, we have to prepare as an engineer, as a biomedical professional. It is necessary to repair and maintain devices, especially ventilator and monitor, to empower the doctors to take care of the COVID-19 patient. And this, with this, the healthier Bharat is for our healthier Bharat. So the personal PPE standard is specific to the area and where we are going to low risk area or high risk area, as just very well described by Santosh Burma. You follow your hospital protocol as per your guidelines. So in this, first of all, we need to avoid any face-to-face end user training. Don't go into any ward, any ICU, any ward, and any recommended area where we are going to conduct any end user training. You just avoid that, or avoid any kind of contact face-to-face training. So what to do? You need to start with the live online or live broadcast streaming. For that, if you are at all looking for that, we can support you, we can assist you. So mindly, we are well equipped. We well equipped for this broadcasting, live streaming, and all the training material is available with us. If anyone is required, please contact us for all the kind of customized training. So always follow the operators and the service manual recommendations for the cleaning, disinfection, and autoclave. Please refer especially design cleaning and disinfection protocol made for the COVID-19 by all the OEM, all original equipment manufacturers has been recommended that they release the guide for this COVID-19 take care of their respective product as per the requirement. So with this widespread ongoing transmission of COVID-19, the proper cleaning and disinfection of medical equipments played a more critical. So to achieve the high level of safety, what to do's and don'ts. So here we have prepared one nice table for you. So just look at this: protection towards repair and maintenance during the COVID-19. So here we have the protection aspect, maintenance and repair, and then what all we have to do when we are going to maintain the equipment in the workshop or unit maintenance and on the site. So PPP hearing, yes, this is very must, and we have to go as per the recommended PP guideline. If you are going into the non-COVID surgical, non-COVID-19 hospital, or there is no any patient of the COVID-19 suspect case, then we can use only normal surgical masks and the protective gloves. And at the same time, repair area, the recommended to set up independent maintenance area and the device isolation. Someone will ask the question, what is the isolation period? The Burma ji said, yes, on the plastic material and all our medical equipment device, this is going to be around 36 or 48 hours survival of this coronavirus. And before that, isolation is very much important. But in case if you have any emergency, then there is a 75% alcohol is placed and repair the tools and use recommended or chlorine disinfectant. And in details, that next session, the Hari is going to take care of in details how to do of all each individual equipment's modality, product wise. And use only recommended and the required tools instead toolkit. Sometimes what we feel, we enter into the system, we taking all your tool. Don't expose entire tool in this COVID-19 situation. You know there is a one tool is required, so we go along with the one tool. Whatever you required, you go accordingly. Then here we have the spare part disinfectant. If parts are corrosion resistant, soak with the chlorine content disinfectant. And if you have the like SPO2 Pro BCG lead wire, you can pour it and dry it, and then you keep for the 30 minutes to next use. Otherwise, if you don't have, use the 75% spray alcohol. And hand hygiene after the maintenance, this is must, like what already we have discussed. So these are the recommendations. You need to follow it very carefully while doing for any service of the devices and the equipment. Now, device associated infection control and the protection. This is very important. So how to prevent from this device infected. So there are additional information is available on this 3 site. You can go and you go for the complete in detailed discussion. And now again is before starting the repair, it is recommended wipe the disinfect 75 alcohol and use ultraviolet disinfectant cabinet. So nowadays I have seen some biomedical engineers are doing and spreading that awareness. We have prepared this cabinet, this cabinet, that cabinet. That's very good. This is the basically to protect and isolate the devices from the others. And here is some recommendation, like someone has asked you, what is the temperature, the coronavirus survival. So this study says, and as per the National Health Association of China has been introduced, the 75% ethanol or ether can effectively inactive the virus at the temperature of 56 degrees centigrade for the 30 minutes. And here is the temperature recommended for the disinfectant. Sometimes we are in India 20 to 40 degrees. So the humidity is the 60 to 80. So this is the time when we can start with the doing it. If we have the humidity is the more than 80%, this is not recommended, it's not suitable. At the same time, if you've seen, there is some time is also there. If we have the surface temperature is the 20 to 40, then 30, and if it's between humidity is playing very vital role. If you have the more humid, you need more time to do the disinfection. And this is the main factor, 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of that, device association infection is also has been considered by all the medical fraternity, all the people who are working around the globe for the research person. So this is the things, and here is our 2